this person's coming in hot for communication because they are so passionate about you. The overall energy for this reading is the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands. So the Knight of Swords is all about fast-moving communication coming in. So you're going to be hearing from this person very, very shortly. So probably within, if not today or within the next evening or so, probably within the week at least. So this person's been wanting to talk to you for quite some time when we see Knight of Swords here, and they are just really eager to say something. With the King of Wands, this is a passionate energy. This is masculine fire sign energy, so they could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but doesn't have to be. It is someone who feels very passionately, though, very excited. They know what they want. They're going after what they want. And that's what this incoming message is about. I think this person is feeling a lot of unfinished business here with the World reversed. However you guys ended it, it wasn't to their satisfaction. They still left a lot of things unsaid. So likely when they first reach out to you, it's going to be under the premise of like closure, right? Like you guys kind of left things sort of up in the air, okay? When we see the World reversed. The World reversed is an indication that there's just unfinished business here. Things didn't close out properly. And this is sort of weighed very heavily on their mind. In fact, they have been dreaming about you, I think, with the High Priestess here. High Priestess is Piscean energy, 12th house energy. So this is the energy of spirituality, spiritual connections. They definitely feel that this is a strong spiritual connection that they have with you. But I think that they are actually dreaming about you with this particular card, or you might be even dreaming about them. So when someone's really pulling on your energy, it can just be that like you're thinking about them because they're thinking so heavily about you. But I really like this particular image of the High Priestess because she is clearly going within to connect spiritually. And this particular image also kind of reminds me of astral travel, okay? So I really think this is someone that they dream about you every night. They think about you every day. They really just can't get you out of their head. You live rent-free in their head. And then in addition to that, because they're thinking about you so heavily, they've probably been on your mind lately too, or you've had dreams about them lately. And it's because they just feel so passionately about you. With the Ace of Wands, they're really hoping for a passionate new beginning. They are just very, very attracted to you physically, emotionally, spiritually. And energetically, I am getting this kind of concern on their part that they're a little afraid that since you guys last spoke, you might have lost the passion for this. And so they're kind of like worried about that, but they're sort of fantasizing that how this communication might happen, how they might contact you, how you might react, how this might go down. And yeah, I think they're hoping for a little fun here, right? They're a little spiciness. I do think when they come in to kind of talk to you, they're going to try to keep it like light and breezy, sort of just easy going and not too concerned about things. They're going to try to play it kind of cool. But you best believe this person's been burdened by this connection. This has been weighing on them very heavily. They've really been wanting to talk to you. They really feel passionately about you. Like I said, you're probably the first person on their mind or first thing on their mind when they wake up in the morning. You're the last thing on their mind when they go to sleep, and then they're dreaming about you and probably fantasizing about you and all the things. But they're going to come in sort of with the front of like being cool, calm, collected, just easy breezy. Oh, hey, how you been? Kind of talk. And I think they're putting on this front because they know you have a lot of options. So they're going to kind of try to play like they've got a lot of options too. And like, oh yeah, this is very like take it or leave it, That is not the truth here. I can't help but laugh because the actual feelings of this reading are so passionate and so strong. But yeah, this person's going to play like, I just thought I'd drop you a line, see how you're doing, wish you a happy new year, that kind of thing. Also, I think this person's like fantastic in their own mind. Right? Seven of Cups can be kind of this card of illusions, right? So, no shade to people who want to like manifest by being a little delusional and really kind of dream very big. That's actually can be a very effective manifestation technique. But I think this person like takes it to the next level, right? Where they are just like they haven't actually done any work, because part of the manifestation journey is not just like having the dream, not just having the vision board, not just like thinking big, but actually taking taking action steps towards the thing that you desire. It's both physical and emotional and spiritual. It's all the things kind of combined when you're on a manifestation journey. And I feel like this person will do the dream aspect, they'll do like the emotional aspect, but they're not so great at doing like the physical, the actual like work towards doing the thing. And so, yeah, they're a big shot, but like only in their own head. But they are going to admit that like things just didn't work out between the two of you because they weren't prepared to really collaborate with you. They weren't really prepared to build a solid foundation with you. But now, at least they're going to tell you, yes, they are. They are ready to build that solid foundation. They are ready to collaborate with you, actually work with you rather than against you. And I do feel like, at least on some level and for a period of time, that is going to be true. They will actually try to work with you to build something strong. Because simply put, you just feel like home to this person with the Six of Cups here. You guys probably have had like past lives together, or you've known each other for quite some time, or you just really energetically feel like home to one another. And I think that's the feeling that's going to really kind of keep them motivated and keep them sort of on the straight and narrow path if you do choose to reconcile with this person. You know, you guys just feel, or at least this person feels like you're just very like balanced with one another and just very like your souls have always belonged together. Like their soul just recognizes your soul on some really deep level here. And you know, we have Mercury going direct here. So I think this person is willing to admit that they no longer really need to be as controlling in this situation as I think they once were. I think they may have spoken some really harsh words to you or had like a really bullying, like my way or the highway attitude with you, you know, where they had to be kind of in control of like when y'all talked and when y'all did things, when you went places and all that stuff. Now they're releasing that control. They're realizing this soul connection is more important than their need for control. And so, yeah, this person's actually working through some fears here. So I do feel like, you know, if nothing else, even if you attempt reconciliation and a full romantic reconciliation doesn't come about, there's going to be a true friendship formed here. Like you guys are going to really meet on an intellectual level. And it really is going to depend more on you about how far you really want to take this. And a lot of that will probably kind of depend on what you observe with them. So, you know, when we're in a situation where we feel like our trust has been betrayed with someone, it can take time to kind of earn that trust back, where you have to kind of see consistent effort towards just being a better version of themselves. Now, of course, you have to come to it with a different energy too. So we're constantly changing as individuals, right? And so if you're separated for any kind of length of time, when you come back to a situation, you have to come back to it with a brand new energy. Even if you don't want to, that's ultimately what's probably going to happen because you've been growing and changing this whole time too. And so I feel like both of you are trying to take like a much more logical, slower approach here. Because we have the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is the archetype of the widow. She has been betrayed and hurt before, and she has learned from that, though, right? She does have her guard up, but it's in a healthy way. She knows what her boundaries are. She's not going to let other people cross her boundaries needlessly. She's just going to kind of cut away the BS and make sure we're getting really to the root and to the heart of an issue. And so I really think you guys are forming an intellectual connection, a really strong friendship, and just kind of letting it grow from there, sort of organically, not trying to control it so much, and just seeing where it lies, making sure that the communication is very clear, very open, very direct with one another, and just not really putting up with each other's BS, right? So I feel like if you kind of continue in that energy, this is going to be very fruitful because we start our advice with the Nine of Cups here. Now, the Nine of Cups to me has two meanings, particularly in a spread like this. So the first meaning is just out and out wish fulfillment. This is something you have been waiting for so long, and I feel like they've been waiting for this reconciliation attempt as well. The second one is about emotional independence. And what I mean by emotional independence is essentially you know how to take hold of your own energy, right? And you don't allow emotions or outside influences to control you. So essentially, it's like the whole world can be kind of chaos around you, but you can still be perfectly at peace because you are kind of tuned in, right? And you remain unbothered. And it's not that other people can't hurt your feelings or you can't be hurt by anything or anything like that. It's just that you don't let that happen very often, right? You just don't allow other negative energies in, and you kind of know how to just go within and kind of find your little happy spot and sort of stay in it, right? And so, if someone else gets upset about something, you're kind of like, oh, they're having a bad day, right? And you see it very clearly, and there's not any of like the self-blame, like, oh, what did I do to make them react so badly? It's not that, right? It's very much just like, I kind of know what I want. I'm going to go after what I want. And, I'm pretty good in my own energy. And, if you want to join me on this journey and kind of be, pursuing your own best self as I pursue my own best self, then cool, groovy. It's that kind of like attached but detached kind of energy. Because we actually have 9-9 here as part of the advice, okay? So 9-9, meaning that with the 9 of Wands, it's important for us to keep some healthy boundaries up, okay? 9 of Wands means that we've kind of been through some shit, okay? We've been through the muck and the mire, and we want to go again, but we're tired. We're kind of worn out. We're beat up a little bit. And so our guard is up, and rightly so. It should be. So to me, both of these together really speaks very heavily of that sort of emotional independence that I'm talking about here. So big part of this advice is, yes, this is wish fulfillment. Yes, this is worth another shot, but make sure you're being emotionally independent. So I think really, this person is going to kind of show you just how passionately they feel about you, how much they love you, how much you've been on their mind, even though they kind of come in sort of cool at first. And you're really going to work towards forming a really strong friendship here and really kind of cut through the old BS that sort of tainted this relationship before. And to me, the main message is, the advice to keep this really headed in a positive direction, if you want to head in a positive direction, is really emotional independence. Yes, this is wish fulfillment and it absolutely should be celebrated, but remain emotionally independent. Remain excited to share your life with this person and to be a part of their life, but don't make their problems your problems and don't allow your problems to become their problems. This is going to take a whole lot of patience and alchemy and sort of reworking old dynamics into new dynamics here. All right, so when we see the Temperance show up, it means we are turning old energy into new energy, transmuting and transforming old dynamics. You've got this.